working as intended.
Alright, see ya. Hey, we're still in Heaven's Ward. We're getting close to the end, though. Alright, back to Home Away from Home. There's some new quests. This is, what? The residential zone, right? And Firmament. Hello, a new day dawns in Ishgard, and the House Four Temps Knight has tidings for you. It's important to talk to the Knight. Knight, to meet you. You are come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Merrick de Burrell, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Burrell, cordially invites Mr. Stark to dine with him at his estate. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, displaying the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? It's daytime? Oh, but I haven't the foggiest what... I would, but I haven't the foggiest what to wear. Any thoughts? You would ask me? Well, I'm sure that as a personal friend of Sir Mike, you are at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man in note could do far worse than an alpine coat. This is what Lord Amelia has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for ladies. When you are ready, pray report to the Astrocom. A man of House Burrell shall be waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way. Go my healing suit. Also, side quests. It's like Bard Elf will be fine. Promises kept. It's dinner time. Finally get a date with the hot dude. Greetings and well met. I'm the honor and privilege to serve as head steward of House Burrell, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. I am, my lord, will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted this invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say one action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I'm sure. But for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. Alright, hang out with hot dude. How about your waifu? She not hanging out here either? Tasty treats? Well, you're looking dapper. Be so horny. Paperwork. Supposed to say giving booze to children. Dude's like, but I brought the wine all the way over here and nobody wants any? Okay, never mind. Ooh. We do get some beverages. What are you concocting there? Oh, perhaps a bit long for my... Yeah, because of the long, because the main story is so fucking long. It wasn't all sunshine and lemon cakes. Yeah, why not join me on the next? Alright, let's go, dude. So I know he has noble duties.
まさか誘ってくれるのか。実は私も先にドラバニア雲海で見た風景を思い出しては、まだ見ぬ地を目指してみたいものだと思っていたな。喜んで君の誘いを受けたい。
It's like, but my paperwork.
思うのだが、今まだ議長を引き受けたばかりの身。それはいつかの夢にとっておくことにしよう。君に助けられて、今やっとこの国は真の変革を迎えることができた。だが共和制への移行ですら変革のたった一歩に過ぎない。これからのイシュガルドは制度の面のみならず、民一人一人が変わらねばならない時期を迎えるはずだ。私の生きているうちに果たして安定するものか。先が見えない道だが、戦いに散った者のためにも進んでいこう。何よりこの目には今も邪竜に向かって進む君の背中がしかと焼き付いているのだ。それを追わずに立ち
Felt
止まる
good punching a dragon in the face.
できるはずがないだろう。今新設された議会では、他国とどのように協力関係を築くべきか議論が進められている。無論当面は国内の平定が最優先ではあるが、先の合同演習についての恩もある。できることから協力をしていきたい。他ならぬ君にもだ。君に報いることが暁だけでなく、三国、ひいてはエオルズヤへの恩返しになるだろう。
Will do, will protect.
この地の民の誰もがそう信じて疑わないほどのことを君はやり遂げてくれたということだ。本当にありがとう。
It's like you haven't eaten much of your food. Gonna say at this point, shouldn't we have checked the drinks?
としてではなく、ごく個人的な興味なのだが、君はこれからどうするつもりだ。暁としての目的というより、君自身の思いを聞かせてくれないか。
It's like I want to finish the main story so I can move on.
フォルタン家の何かあったのか。
はっ、そちらの英雄殿に至急お伝えすることがあり、無礼を承知で案内していただきました。先ほどサンクレット様が負傷したお仲間を連れ、フォルタン伯爵邸に駆け込んでいらっしゃったのです。アルフィノ様とタタル様が手当てに当たっておいでですが、あまり状態がよろしくないらしく。
Doesn't sound good at all.
いらしてほしいとのことです。
But my date.
私も行こう。手を貸せることがあるかもしれない。
It's like, will they recognize you with all your big ass armor?
ここからはかの伯爵の回顧録には綴られない物語。
Is that Papalamo? But he's not writing a book. Or is he?
終わりは始まり。英雄と呼ばれた冒険者はこうしてまた歩み出した。
Sounds about as Lalafell as he can get.
彼方に広がる新たな戦いの舞台へと。 まるで世界に導かれるように。
Alright, now where are we off to? Make us walk here. I'll teleport us here. Alright, what are you guys up to? Everything okay? What kind of injured person did you find? Oh, isn't that Alice?
これは一体。
彼女はアリゼ、アルフィノ様の双子の妹君さ。やられたよ、闇の戦士たちだ。ファルコンネストでの式典の後、連中の足取りを追っていたんだが、国営の森で闇の戦士に狙われたアリゼ様を助けてな。彼女も別の線から連中に疑念を抱いて独自に追跡を続けていたらしい。一時は追っ手を完全に振り切れたと思ったんだが、クルザスに入る手前で奴らの一味に強襲された。
Well, at least it wasn't to the
アリ
knee.
ゼ様は交戦中に毒矢を受けてな。
急に呼び立てて申し訳ない。アイメリク卿も来ていただけて助かります。
こちらは構わない。しかし妹君の容体は。
Just as soon as her.
応急処置は施しました。今すぐに命を落とすようなことはないでしょう。ですが症状が治まらず衰弱しきっている。妹アリゼは私と同じ。祖父ルイゾアが命を懸けて守ったエオルゼアを見定め救うためにやってきたのです。しかしこの地で見たのは人同士のいさかいや欺瞞と綺麗事
When was the last time we saw her?
彼女はひどく怒り悩んでいました。そしてそういった問題に関わろうとする私や暁と距離を置いた。彼女は彼女なりのやり方でエオルゼアの明日を模索すると言っていました。きっと今回もそのために闇の戦士を。アイメリク卿、彼女は暁の一員ではありませんが、エオルゼアを救いたいという思いを共にする仲間。何より私の大事な妹なのです。どうか彼女の治療にご助力いただけないでしょうか。
断る理由があるものか。治癒士を手配し最善を尽くさせよう。彼女を神殿騎士団病院へ。院長のエーベル殿に事情を説明し治療に当たってくれ。責任は私が負うと伝えてくれていい。
アルフィノ、あの人がそこにいるの？だったらお願い、私の話を。
Did you really have to kneel?
闇の戦士はアシエンと結託してる。万神を討伐して回っているのも企みの一環よ。次はゼルファトルの地で万神ガルーダを再召喚させると言っていた。
Well, I guess that dungeon is next.
わざとね。 単身ガルーダの最小官を、奴らの企みを阻止して。私、他の賢人の皆さんにも連絡してくるです。
サンクレット殿、病室までアリゼー殿に付き添っていただけるだろうか。毒を特定するために証言をお願いしたい。
ああ、了解した。
Meanwhile, I'll go beat up some bird people. Where I gotta go to start beating up bird people? Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain White Cape and his Kyrogens. Did they not bring us Athena back from the very brink of death? I'm uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we yet have the power to influence? Sure. What do we got here? Food. Probably should just take money. And as often and many others know all too well, there is no rest for the righteous. Straight to cutscenes. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Lothas Nath, what were they when they were confronting Ravana? Gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this: a primal summoning cannot be ignored. Unless they risk your life to uncover this plot and we squander her gift at our peril, Monica, will you accompany me to Zelphatal and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? Yep, you can rely on me. Given that Ishgard shares the border with the Ixali homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the Beastman's intrusions into Corthan lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master, when the mountains of Zelphatal are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland after all, and Ixali dirigibles are not to be underestimated. Now, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelphatal by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zelphatal. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance. In the event Mr. Salsair gains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information you may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Let's be off. We can procure any additional supplies required at Camp Dragonhead. Zelphatal sounds like a prescription medicine. Spending all our days out here in Canada. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Nadland and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Those normally guarded by a score of Ixali warriors. I have been... Is it fate time? I have been informed that House Fortem's knights have already dispatched them. Lemus Gate lies open. We need but walk through. Yep, it's fate time. Hi guys. Mr. Darkstar, Master Alphino, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something and we don't want anyone interfering. We are ready to escort you to Zelphatal and aid you as you see fit. The enemy will be thick on the ground. Upon arriving, let us advance with care as we search for the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, we should only have to contend with the Ixal, but if they are not, we may have to be forced to do battle with the Warriors of Darkness. Alright, it's Zelphatal time. Help us if I repair my stuff. Zelphatal. Alright, random friends time. Alright, let's punch some bird people in the face. Let's get knocked up into balloons. Let's deal with the boss who summons Garuda. Let's cross some bridges, pull everything at once. I recall the trash here doesn't really hit that hard. Also, exciting adventure music. I'm the only Lalafell. Rocks. Can we not keep going here? Like, we could have kept going, right? The circle of less damage. It's not quite the circle of healing yet. Keep going, keep going! Does that poison hurt that much? I fear you're just gonna heal through it. This boss is getting his ass kicked, immediately loses 20% of its health. Wind blast! I'm firing my laser! It's time to fly. AoE. AoE. Get stoned. I'm firing my laser. Look, that boss got his ass kicked. You have to eye level 225 stuff. Let's AoE. AoE. We can keep going. Bring you guys a present. Present. And this guy should have dropped a key. We'll open the gate. Alright, everybody, onto the elevator. Whee! Daily double goobu. Give them some AoEs. You gonna sneeze? Sneeze! Sneeze! These guys really don't do much damage. Peloton! This guy does the on high and on low shit, doesn't he? On low. Because later he can make that insta-cast. On high. You know, somebody ended up in the spikes. Tornado time. Does that lead to a tornado? I thought it did. Alright, so here it's gonna be on low right away. On low! You can't dodge it. It's like on high, dead. Alright, fun with balloons. Kill balloons anymore? You can tell it's been a long time since I've done this dungeon. Still drop a key. Incoming balloon. Then balloon from the other side. Is that still a thing? Yep, here comes a balloon from the other side. Whee! Final trash pull. He's gonna fire a laser too. Laser, mini laser. Tornado. Also, it's boss time. Windy boss. Alright, Chief Bird dude. You about to get fucked up. That didn't really do much. Laser. Back to full hit points. Arrow 3. Doesn't boss summon Garuda? Laser. Won't get to summon Garuda twice. Okay, maybe you will. Doesn't matter, cause you're dead. Grows robust. Bird person murder. Winning items. Alright, do I get a hooray? Hooray! Oh, somebody's wearing clothes that are out of season. Alright, I'll be glad you could join. Everybody's gone. What kind of shenanigans are happening here?
どうにか万神ガルーダの完全な召喚を防げたようだね。これでアッシエンと闇の戦士の企みもくじけただろうか。ともかくここを脱出しよう。騎兵たちが退路を確保してくれているんだ。
ああ、こいつは驚いた。まさか先手を打たれるなんてな。
Dude sounds like a douche.
Yami no senshi tachi.
あれ？あの子、私の毒矢で仕留めなかったっけ？おかしいな。
Mistaken for a chick again.
案内人さんよ。こいつはどういうことだ？まさか奴らのために時間を稼いだわけじゃねえだろうな。
落ち着いてください。この様子では どのみちバンシンガルーダ最小艦の準備は整いきっていなかったのでしょう。私たちは予定通りに到着した。しかし彼らの方がなお早かったというだけです。
まずいぞ。私たちだけで彼ら全員を相手取るのは分が悪すぎる。
ああ、そういうこと。兄弟。いや、双子かな。よく似てるね。んじゃ、こっちの子も二度と私たちの邪魔できないようにお仕置きしとかなくっちゃね。
やめておけ、ジャルマレ。あまり予定外を増やすと白方への野郎の作戦に支障をきたす。前回俺たちを取り逃がした甘ったれにしちゃ頑張ったみたいじゃねえか。
君たちは本当にアシエンの協力者なのか。なぜ、目的は何なんだ。
いいぜ。俺たちを出し抜いた褒美にその質問にだけ答えてやるよ。太古の昔、光たるハイデリンが力を増しすぎた闇ゾディアークを封じる際に共存の世界が生じたって話は知ってるか。
Just recently.
ああ、ここが原初世界で他に13の共造世界があり、それぞれに光と闇の力が封じられていると。
そうだ。そして俺たちはその共造世界第一世界の光の加護を受けし者さ。光と闇の力は全ての世界に平等に封じられたわけじゃない。俺たちの世界は特に光の力が強かった。
And shit became very
俺た
unbalanced.
ちは比類なき力を得て闇を払った。アシエンはもちろん俺たちの世界を脅かすありとあらゆる闇をな。その結果どうなったと思う。強くなりすぎた光の力が氾濫し、俺たちの第一世界は今まさに完全な無となりかけてるのさ。
そんな話を信じろというのか。
ありえないとは言えないはずだぜ。お前らのよく知る異界ボイド、あれは闇の反乱によって無になった第13世界だ。俺たちは光の反乱から故郷を救うため、かつての旧敵アシエンと手を組み、この原初世界に渡ってきた。俺たちの故郷を救う唯一の方法はこの世界でアーダー、つまり霊災を起こすこと。そして次元の壁を壊し、第一世界を原初世界に統合する。
世界の統合。しかしそれは本当に救いなのか。統合された方の世界は、第一世界はどうなる。
追加の質問はなしだぜ。正義の味方を気取りたいなら指を加えて静観してな。何も知らない甘ったれどもが。
Wee, Spinneroonie. Alright, peace out.
あなたも闇の戦士の仲間なのか。
Peace out. Well, at least we won the race. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. Sacrifice lost, it ends here. Alright, and grounded orchestrion roll. What is that song? Elf know like nothing more than to get out of the snow. For me, this is neither time nor place for idle introspection. Then I can apprise Lord Edmund of our success and meet the Lord Commander. More importantly, I would like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Thanks for the help, knights. Nice to meet you. Hi from Hobart. Where's from Ernie? Hi, Elfie. Just hanging out there. Alright, you're wearing your armor and stuff again. Brings me joy to see you safely return to us. What news from Zelphatal? And we are not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Ustula has been tending to Mistress Alcine in your absence, and I'm pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. She's also probably stronger than him. Hooray! Tells her having the time of her life.
Arize, もう起きられるのかい?
ええ、おかげさまで。迷惑をかけてしまってごめんなさい。
Sorry for being a bother.
あなたともこんな形で再会するなんて。先陣を切ってゼルファトルに乗り込んでくれたと聞いたわ。相変わらずなのね。本当にありがとう。
顛末は聞いてるわ。そちらは再召喚を止めることができたの？
Yes? Question mark? Met up with a bunch of mean people again.
闇の戦士たちがアシエンと密会しているところは俺もアリゼー様と共に目撃している。しかし別の世界を救うために動いていたとは。そんな話信じられるのか？
Do not believe.
逆さの塔で星の代弁者としてミンフィリアが語ったことともそう言わないように思える。全くの嘘ではないだろ
う。アリゼー様はどうして闇の戦士の追跡を？
私は私なりにエオルゼアを知るため各地を旅していたの。暁や英雄の話は風の噂でよく聞いたわ。けれど最近別の気になる噂を耳にしてね。イシュガルド動乱の裏で各地の蛮神を倒している別の英雄たちがいると。
With slightly different goals.
それが闇の戦士たちだったということか。そして噂を追っていった君は闇の戦士とアシエンの関係を知った。
ええ、その通りよ。
しかし彼らが霊災を引き起こすために動いているとして蛮神を召喚させあえて倒すという行為にどんな意味が？
今蛮神を続けざまに倒された各地の蛮族たちは警戒を強め、より強い状態で蛮神を召喚しようとしてるわ。イシュガルドがニーズヘッグを撃ったことも彼らにとっては人への恐怖を煽る事実に過ぎない。みんな自分たちを守るために必死になってるのよ。
力が力を渇望させる恐怖と憎悪の連鎖。粒子戦争と同じだな。
そう、それこそが連中の狙い。アシエンが不安を焚きつけて蛮神召喚を促す一方で闇の戦士がそれを倒して回る。力への渇望が連鎖していずれ既存の神では太刀打ちできないと悟れば新たな神をも呼ぶだろうとアシエンは言っていたわ。
Angry Lalafell.
俺とアリゼイ様の集めた情報によると、万神召喚に必要なクリスタルはアシエンにたぶらかされた人間の手で召喚者に提供されている。その経路を暴いて叩けば、加速する負の連鎖を一時的にせよ止められる。
それなら私はクルルと一緒にゼルファトルの追加調査に行ってくるわ。私たちの力で追えば新たな事実も見つかるかもしれない。
So who I get to visit?
こちらも最近召喚が行われたというグナースの塚付近を調査し、流通を洗おう。
良いのですか、アイメリク卿。
アシエンとは父の件で浅からぬ因縁があるからな。何より今や我が国はエオルゼア同盟軍の一員なのだ。この地に降りかかる脅威と共に戦う責務がある。ただ我々は万神召喚に関する知識に乏しい。可能であれば賢人殿の知恵を借りたいのだが。
だったら俺がつこう。よろしくお願いしますよ、アイメリク卿。
Alright, Team Tall Bros.
私たちも行こう。万神召喚に関する動向を追っているウリエンジを訪ねれば別の糸口もつかめるかもしれない。
待って、私も連れて行って。もう体は動くし、絶対に足手まといにはならないから。
But the poison. You okay?
アリゼ、君は。いや、共に行こう。それが君の見つけた道ならば。
そのお言葉をお待ちしておりました。アリゼ様、お着替えの準備はバッチリです。
Rainy clothes. Alright, new outfit. Immediate other cutscene. Together, the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly part ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery, precisely where to never learn, though I suspect that was by design. So if you haven't done binding coils, I think this text changes. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. Right then, shall we be off? Tutta never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" So be it, another time perhaps. To be honest, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do. I mean, to ask about the carriage. Welcome to the fight. A pleasure to have you with us. New garment aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when last we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusion of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself for any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't, that's all. Fair enough, let's depart for the waking sands then to see if you're in danger can be of assistance. Alright, all the way to Waking Sands. I have no more of the things that just take me directly there. So I've got to go from Limsa. Also, suddenly, items. Level 60, Shall We Dance? Dancer quest. Off to Vesper Bay. Considering we've already done some of the Stormblood quests, like the Red Mage and the, what is it? Samurai quests, right? As far as level 60. Hello. Ranger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. My master, I thought would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here to this day? The words of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Last as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals and take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we are fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Asians did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou art wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Merlthor. Ogomoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumours, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries. Thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. I must ascertain the truth of the matter ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom Force Station at Camp Overlook. Thank you for your counsel. Pray inform us when should you learn aught else. I shall. If I may, brother, is there anything else you would like to say? Suspicions. I'll say. If not, then never mind. I'll ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. Lord Dark just spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I might ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I've heard tell of a promising tome, the Gurren Oracles. Perhaps you could start there. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. I don't know either. Also, I read somewhere that Smallafels are, what, 3 feet tall? So does that mean a lot of characters in the game are over 6 feet tall? I don't know, looks like they go from 2'10" to 3'2". 7 hells this race, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Can't see a damn thing. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head, the sign of Sun Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. Alright, what are we off to? Eager to put you to work, as always. So our friendly neighbors in Nugamoro have got much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing around the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. That'll be nice to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? Explaining. A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Ranger's information, yes, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there'll be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our powers to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. Remember, whenever you search, it's always at the edge. You're right, asshole. Where are you hiding this time? Exercise. Where the fuck are you hiding? Searching. Where is this twat hiding? Oh, there he is. Hi, koboldling. Gasp. Run away! Hiding down here. Hi. Stay back. Away, far back. I'm not a... It's no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Alright, see ya. One of the more friendly ones. That's where you're hiding, way down here. Hi. Please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, yes, just talk. Gah! Run away. Well, then let's talk. It's like, stop running away. This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will... Hi. Gosh, you found me again. What to do, what to do? I come in peace, only talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please do not hurt me. So those are wily kobold infiltrators. No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one bruised knee. Huzzah, we got him. Fine work, Scions. This little one thought you could sneak into my camp. Did you plan to steal my crystals, were you? No, 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 I came to talk, to ask for help, but when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin one day. Well, make Gabu, I'm Elfin. This is my sister Alice. Monica, the woman who found you, is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloden here thinks you want to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one's gonna hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him, beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said if they didn't have the iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I don't want to believe it, but I have heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12th, that's sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Do I actually fight Titan? Advise Master in Command that the Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Time being lessons, we three will attempt to infiltrate the kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Our rescue mission. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. To have mercy that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see that what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. Yeah, because didn't we have to fight? Doesn't the questline in the old days have us fighting Titan again? Shooting nervously from foot to foot, Gabu struggles to meet your gaze. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So thinking if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come? Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Or cashing in. No purple stuff? Quickly! Do you have them all? Good. Lead on. This way! On to the next. No purple stuff? Stealing your crystals! This one probably has bad things happening because it deserves a cutscene. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me? Oh yeah, it's just that. I'm quite certain that Crate once bore Guardian seals. Someone took great plans to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Corythus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Sankret speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father, Titan too? Ah, never you mind about that. As Alice said, we do not have much time. Can you lead us to the next cache? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. This next one is the last and is very large, very big, very huge, very large. Intrigue, bad things happening. Where is this cache? Was it already taken in? Hi, grenade. They cast about for a time. You see no sign of the crystals. So, did they already take off with them? But I think, do we miss the supply? Searching for crystals. Confound it, what about you? Any luck? Nothing, but this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes. The question is where to and why. Within Ogamoro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again, it is the only explanation. What about mother and father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu, we will. Stay calm, we still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them unto Commander Bloden's custody. We do not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Alright, Alphina's taken off with a big load. Crystals, if you would be so kind. 2 of them. Thank you. I should deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloden on the situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there is an 8th right within the Ogamaro mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange, what thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if this is what you prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way! And now we're going all the way in. We're probably have to go here and around, right? This way, once you kill it, immediately spawns this one. It just goes back and forth. When you have to fake grind here for the yokai stuff, that's how we did it. Right down this passage in the south, right? I take this as the 8th rate we seek. Right then, as soon as Alphina arrives, we go. I trust you're still feeling suitably heroic, Monica. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Bad things happening? Quickly, Claude. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. Hi. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. And security cats? Overdwellers here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Well, shit. No, Mommy and Daddy! Mother? Father? Cook for the furnace? You monster, how could you? Aye, we are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children to defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, I say not yet. I understand, Patrick. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another piece to be abandoned at the overdwelled's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you claim that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live. That our god drains the land of Aether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I'll hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands, you'll not ruin ours. Aw, poor kid. I said I'd come for you and I did. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Please! Uh-oh. That rocks. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up! Titan's like, sure. Hooray! Slam! I'll get fucked by Mountain Buster. Seven hells. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Wind up punch. Leaving me. Boop carbuncled. We must away. Alright, peace out. Carbuncle, carbuncle, carbuncle. Get a face full of carby. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let God will accompany us given what we would like to find. His anguish and despair served to birth a primal, but just as surely as with the supplications of the faithful, worse being born of such tumultuous emotion, the incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual. Meaning the Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Aether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogre, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. You know what must be done? Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Yes. Guess I'll have to. Thanks, my friend. Assign Elf Lieutenant to Gabu when you finish your promo. Look for us at Camp Overlook. We'll be expecting you. I saw this is like the most out of place fight. All right, back to a realm reborn. Oops, I don't want to do Zelphatol. Just here, waiting for people who are doing their trial roulette. All right, here we are again. Boop. Out of the way. To the edge. Boop. Explodey circles. Boop. Slam. No circles under me. Explodey one starting there. Run. Dodge that too. Get to the heart of the issue. Let's rescue this person. Also, as soon as the damage down, the area of less damage. Ow. Probably don't want to stand in front of him because, you know, cleave things. Ow, ow. Circles. You want the third spot into the first spot. Also, dodge the slam. Everyone got smacked. Into the jail. Just kill the boss. Ignore the jail. Alright, see ya. Did it. Out of place trial. Hi. Mission complete. Level 50 dungeon complete. Now there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? The deed is done then? Titan is no more? Murdered. Also concerned Lalafell. Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He's been like this since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. We must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Yasiel's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Poor kobold child. Poor, sad sorrow. I would rather not worry about what may or may not come to pass. There is not to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Wouldn't you be so kind as to break it to him? It's like, we've done more work here. Ah, you're set for Sir Eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Party time? Party time. Do we get just rustic booze out here? Concern?
誰？あなたか。ごめんなさい。キャンプを勝手に抜け出して。この子がずっと冷えた視線にさらされてたから、少しだけ気分転換しに来たのよ。相変わらず反応はないんだけれどね。静かね。星空に吸い込まれそう。何かをなくした夜だって、こうやって老けていってやがて朝が来る。優しすぎていっそ白状だわ。エウルゼアに来て旅をして、なんだかね、力は強くなっているはずなのに胸が痛むことが増えたの。第7零祭の日、おじいさまは命を懸けてこの地を守った。それに納得できる理由が欲しくて追いかけてきたけど、目にしたのは膨大な問題と翻弄されるばかりの人々。怒りもしたし悲しかった。おじいさまはシャーレアンに残した私や家族よりもこんな人たちの方が大事だったのかってね。あなたと霊祭の真実をつかんで、それが違うと知ったわ。だから今度はおじいさまの真似ではない。私がエオルゼアを守るべき理由を探し続けてきたの。たくさん歩いていろんなことに出会ったのよ。興味を引くことや嬉しいことだけじゃない。理解できない人、腹が立つけどどうにもできなかった事件。
You can't save them all.
分かり合えたのに救えなかった命もあった。そんな時にね、ふと昔の出来事を思い出したの。霊祭を止めるためエオルゼアに向かうおじいさまが反対する父に言った言葉よ。助けられる人が目の前にいる時に我が身を案じて助けぬというのは怠惰というもの。それでは到底人として進歩的とは言えぬ。はあって思ったわ。私の求めてた答えなんてきっとそれだけのことなのよ。そしたら急に 旅してきた道にいたたくさんの人たち、アルフィヌやウリエンジェ、あなたが恋しくなった。闇の戦士を一人で追っている時だって怖くはなかったわ。
And then you are no longer afraid?
私ばっかり話しててなんだか恥ずかしいじゃない。ねえ、あなたの話も聞かせてよ。イシュガルドではどんな旅をしたの？
It's like I've been doing that a lot lately. Charles found one of two companions of Stinian Sail who were very... and like under some rather unique circumstances, I had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Imeric. When I came last to join his lands. Which one should I go? Should I go with the Stinian Sail? Who were best friends, right? They weren't arguing at all.
1000年の歴史をたどる旅か。それにしてもひどく個性的な仲間たちだったのね。
Sounds about right.
主義主張も違えば性格も点でバラバラ。一筋縄ではいかなくても仲間割れをせずにいられたのはあなたの存在があったからじゃない？信じたからこそ後を任せられたんだわ。あなた多くの人に関わっていろいろな思いを
That's pretty much just like
歩いてきたのね。
you see, I was like, hurry, peace through murder, and Stina's just like murder.
きっとこれからも世界が明日を運んでくる限り託されたものを携えて進むんだわ。
Don't disturb their moment. Just hang back.
「光のクリスタル」「光を憎んでなお捨てることはできませんか」
俺たちの目的を達するために必要なだけだ。それで何の用だ？
ラノシアにまいた種、万神タイタン召喚の目がかの英雄らによって摘み取られました。正確には召喚こそ行われたものの不完全だった。あれでは
I mean, it drove one to a deep depression.
神への渇望を煽るには不十分です。
白方への野郎は何と？
計画は続行。それだけです。
くそ、悠長なことを。第一世界が無に返されるまで時間がないんだぞ。
イシュガルドの平定に手を貸していた暁が本格的にあなた方の対応に乗り出した。しかれば計画のさらなる難航は必定。
古巣のことだからわかるって？過去の光を捨てられないのはどっちだかな？
勘違いをなさらぬよう私はあなたの今後を問うているのです。地にあまねく混沌をもたらし崩壊の先駆けとならんは闇よりいずるもののみにあらず、お気に召さないのであればご自分の考えで動けばいい。例えばその手でかの英雄を葬り去れば危うい均衡を保っているエオルゼアの地は乱れ破滅へと転落せん。
お前、何を考えてやがる？
助けられる者が目の前にいるとき、助けぬことは怠惰である。 我が死の言葉であり、私の理念です。
あの甘ったれどもをおびき出す。一気に肩をつけてやる。
承知いたしました。それでは彼らを使うといたしましょう。死の言葉は今も変わらず胸にあれど、この手に一つの痛みもなく全てを救う強さはない。ミンフィリア、皆さん、許せなどとは申しません。それでも私は踏み出すたびに心避けようとも、信じた道ならあなたは進むのでしょうか。ムーンブリだ。
Speaking of which, don't we get your wind-up waifu at the end of this quest line? Also, I can't remember why you're hanging out with them. Yes, at the quest you get the end of the quest you get wind-up Moonbreda. What home, Monica? I trust you had a good night's rest. As with this moment speaking with Thancred and Ishtal via Link Pearl, they had something interesting news to share. During the course of their respective investigations, both came across creates which had once borne as guardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Marek believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes in case they too are flush with its guardian crystals, and with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urian another... Wait, where's Alice? She was here a minute ago with Gabu. Search the camp. A lot easier to find this time. Oh, let me guess, it's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If in consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloden. Something tells me that you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer the question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander, and treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He just give him that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to, and I know I cannot possibly understand. Maybe there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never ever forget. Come along, little one. I'll remember them, and you, Alice. Thank you. Have faith as your words have reached him. In time he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. Thousand times over, aye, there will be a reckoning. Alright, another depression arc. Alright, this time let's go from here. Scenic route. Alright, trader, we're home. Suspicions again? Hi. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogomar, my friends. By the grace of 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsel may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated assist, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As of course I sought out the Garen oracles, and we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Through their copious use of allegory defies any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, yet apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded, then of 10 and 3 only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul strandeth to her call, to flow into the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye, the verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fail to transcend light in the matter of the world of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life, the essence of a soul which returneth into the source may be born anew, saved, such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, thank gods, no one would ever have to make such a choice. No one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I should share with thee another recent discovery. To have seen that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegan, strange, and you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supply the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder of their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralgar. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. May also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Eileen Ryle's network of spies. Eileen Ryle's. Surely you're jesting, yet it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group which received the crystal without delay. Monica Elsie, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Sure. Yes, of course, I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Hello? I was not saying, Monica, are you 3 listening? Good, I have tidings. Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. Cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were an employee of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remained? Aye. Regrettably, it seemed that they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since our American men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Huh, and there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Ah, wait a moment, there is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Ryle, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? Well, the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact you still next, but is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. So that was the chick with the glasses, right? That was Raban's right-hand woman. One of those gotten into her is twice now that we have sought her and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. Tharkon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils and spent as much time at the Lerulia estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, little Alamigo awaits. Suspicions. I'll get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me, it has been a long day. Did you have something to say? You're injured? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters, since we have no idea where Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Alright. Nothing else, eager to get to work. So to review, we are reliably informed that the members of the Alamigan Resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals. Our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the Resistance movements. The challenge, of course, would be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Monica, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Last time we'll do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here and share our findings. What put Palamo eat out just doing shit around here? Let me guess, come and join the fight, have you? Don't need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Malamigan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few Eldons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Guardians won't stop until we are all under the yoke. Alright, time to fight a Slape boss. I see you there going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little Almigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about and what he's got in store for the Guardians and what's under the mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and they sent a bloody legion of they knew was here. Your guess is as good as mine. More people up above? Yes. Yeah, there's this damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be of any use to him. You set store by all these tales of secret weapons. Good luck to you, but I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. I suppose I'd ask what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamigan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any actions, I will speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions. It may happen to enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Not gonna be sent to work again, am I? Hey dude, I haven't talked to in a very long time. It just pleased me to see you again. I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there is suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I can help but admire the man for what he's accomplished, but I've not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people in the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Alright. Yeah, Wilred was the Crystal Brave who was murdered. It's been a while. Hi, BB Moo. Has it become already? I hear voices coming from within. Meeting time. Inciting a riot time. It's quite a crowd. Bad things.
知っての通り、20年前、我らが故郷アラミゴは鉄の侵略者ガレマール帝国に占拠された。きっかけは長く圧政でアラミゴを苦しめていた暴君テオドリックを排するための内乱。その直後の混乱を狙っての非常な蹂躙だった。しかし、君もここにいる誰もがかつてアラミゴが領したギラバニアの地を残してきた同胞を忘れた日はないだろう。かの地の惨状を 想像してほしい。雄大な山々の間に同胞の命を捧げて築かれた鉄の砦が並び、公然とした大
Like, it's wartime.
乾くままに同胞の血を吸っている。残された国民のうち、力と誇りを持つ者はむごたらしく殺された。力のみを持つ者は武器を握らされ、帝国の増票として異教に送られて、そこで死ぬ。力すらも持たざる者は惨めにも侵略者に道の中央を譲り、あらゆる尊厳を奪われながら生きている。憎き総督ガイウス・バン・バエサル亡き後、九段の新総督が赴任して以来、弾圧は加速している。もはやエオルゼア諸国の助けを待つ時間はない。奴らは口約束を重ねるが、理のない戦いと踏んで決して動きはしない。
Riot, riot, riot.
地獄となり果てた故郷で今なお再起を待つ友のため、我々はすぐに立ち上がらねばならない。今度こそ革命をなすという覚悟を持って。さあ、私と共に来る者は声を上げよ。その誇りにふさわしい力を与える準備が我々にはある。キラバニアの山並みに故国の旗を再び仰ぎ見ようではないか。
Hooray!
誇りにふさ
Not
わし
hooray.
い力か。いよいよ疑念が拭えないな。おや、あの二人は。
Friends. Hi guys.
嘘でしょ。二人ともどうしてここに。
いいだ、パパリも無事だったのか。
You guys are safe.
驚いた。まさかこんなところで会うなんてね。
賛同する者は部下と共に我らのキャンプへ。
再会に浸るには場所が悪い。とりあえずここを離れよう。
戦う力のない者にも重要な役割がある。
No deep, rich Lalafell voice from that Lalafell. Which is funny because I think like Pippin's what, 20 something? I think Papalamo's almost 40 years old. Papalamo to Tolamo. Oh, he's 42 years old. Hooray, reuniting! Words can express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it's pretty obvious you and Monaco would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But it would truly be that. Forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? We're paying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Olda, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggle us out of the city and shelters us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Aloria had received all ties to the Crystal Braves, and that General Rabat had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact, but having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measures, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gathered from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders, and we also heard rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the signs of the Seventh Dawn? Curious, it is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think that the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I always say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. Do not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. Gee. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you've heard the whole of it, but tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious, I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The Masks have made many such claims of late, I confess. I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me and my fists. Indeed, that is, assuming you'll have us? No, we don't want our friends back. Alright, I think Papalamo has the next quest, doesn't he? Hurry, Lala friend. Papalamo has a mind to learn the Griffin's true intentions. If, as you expect, the Griffin is indeed planning to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation that there is yet time to act. To that I propose we question its double. Even as well as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates, and when may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the Mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man who impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Elfin will oppose his adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Yuna and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person and we will arrange a meeting. You'll need to look the part that we might maintain the charade. Until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Tailbot and to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? Alright, time to go incognito. It all seems simple enough, thank you, and with that, let us be off. This dude over here has the same name as describing Ragnarok Online. It's a tale of bots. And you want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Sack of Gil. Oh, you're the ones with the Gil, seeing as you're friends of Papalamo. Their tunic and slops with both you tailored and are treated to your taste. Now off with you before someone sees us together. And now we change. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right, then I'll go and change and see you in the spot Papalamo marked on the maps. Alright, back to shabby looking clothes. Level 1 clothes. Well, look, there's a pair of down-and-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game.
Annai Gokuro. Anima 解放運動に関心を持つ有志がいると聞いた。君たちのことで間違いないな。
ええ、あなた方の活動に大変興味があるのです。アラミゴ解放軍は武器も数も帝国軍に劣っている。だからこそ仲間を失うだけの無謀な戦いは避けてきた。しかし鉄仮面殿の主張は異なるようだ。担当直入に伺いましょう。あなた方はアラミゴ解放のために万神の力を使うつもりではありませんか？そのためにイシュガルドの密輸犯から大量のクリスタルを受け取った。我々の仲間がすでにその密輸犯を捕まえています。
正直に答えてよね。そっちが影武者だってことも分かってるんだから。
なるほど。噂に聞く暁のものだな。であれば隠し通せはしないか。確かに私は鉄仮面教の影武者だ。そして本物の指示を受け この地でクリスタルを受け取った。しかしその目的は我々自身が万神を召喚するためではない。アマルジャ族と取引をしたのだよ。彼らが万神召喚のために欲しているクリスタルを与え、代わりにアラミゴ解放のた
That's
め
pretty much still summoning a primal.
自分たちが良ければ万神が召喚されても構わないってこと？めちゃくちゃだよ。そんな風に他の地域を傷つけながら革命を遂げたって、傷つけた誰かから報復を受けるだけ。それじゃあいつまで経ってもアラミゴは解放されない。
まるで綺麗事だな。そうやっておじけづくからいつまでも解放ごっこのままなのだ。暴挙の一つも犯す覚悟なしに20年成し得なかった故国奪還など不可能。テスカメン教こそ真に戦う覚悟をなさった革命者だ。
クリスタルの行方について君たちの言葉を信じる根拠は？
It's like I don't have to go fight Ifrit too, do I?
アマルジャ族の砦に乗り込んでもらうしかないな。運が良ければ神が降ろされる前に回収できるだろう。私たちが隠し持っていることを疑うのなら、こちらでの拠点にしているキャンプまで同行し調べてもらっても構わない。
アラミゴ解放軍については少なからず知識がある。僕とイダでキャンプを調べに行ってもいいかな？
では彼らをキャンプに案内しよう。
Like, can I wear my regular clothes now?
もしやあなたが暁の英雄殿か？ああ、そうなのだな。鉄仮面教のもとにはかつてあなたに救われ勇士に勇気づけられて聖戦に身を投じた者も少なくない。かくいう私も国営の森のクオーリーミルであなたのもたらした薬によって救われた。
It was because I can't remember that.
あなたはきっと覚えていないだろうが、多くのアラミゴ難民に代わり改めて感謝しよう。くじけた者を導いたあなたはまさしく英雄だ。どうか私たちの戦いを見守ってほしい。
Angry glare. It's like, not gonna help you, terrorist group.
言い返せなくて悔しいなら、あいつらに代わって君が解放運動の前線に立つかい？それは。どうあれ、鉄仮面たちの動きは長年停滞してきたアラミゴ問題に流れを生じさせている。その先端たる今この時の行動は波紋を描き、やがて対局を左右するだろう。そろそろ君自身の決断と向き合えよ。相棒からの助言はそれだけだ。行くぞ。
Alright, back to regular clothes, because that's important. It's like much more comfy. Kormai said, do you remember? Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not as if it matters. I've long admired you, how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand, and always keep moving forward. So let's keep moving forward together, Monica. We must find and secure those crystals. There is no time for looking back. money. Or is there something with crit? No, yeah, I'll go with that. Food. I had a lot of cutscenes though. I think we'll finish off this is what, 3.4? Yes, 3.4. So next time we'll finish off this and probably, I think we have another dungeon coming up. Alright, thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!